Hi there, this is Kenneth Stahl, and today I will be responding to a message that was sent to me by one of my viewers. So if you don't mind, I'd like to read this to you real quick. Please pay attention, listen to what this person is asking and saying, and if you can think about what you would tell this person if you were the one giving advice to them, I would appreciate you leaving a comment and letting me know what you think. So this is what the person says. They write, "How can I get back on my feet again after trying and failing over and over again every day for 10 years? I've been through some hardships that forced me to isolate myself from society and life. I was in a great struggle. Now I've become very weak and full with pains. I'm not depressed, but my energy has been lost, and I'm easily frustrated, disappointed, and angry. I need to get back on my feet, move on, and succeed. I feel very wounded both spiritually and mentally, so how do I get this motivation, the strength I need, and the willpower to continue, even after failing all this time? What methods should I use to regain strength and an optimistic mindset? Just how, after being hit by life over and over again? I feel like a big failure, but interestingly, I still have this huge hope. But I'm weak now and feeling powerless. How do I get this optimism, strength, determination, and desire for success after failing for 10 years? How do I heal and regain strength to succeed? I'll appreciate your advice very much. I'd really like to hear from you. Please make a video or send me a message." Okay, so I am very happy to be able to respond to this. The first thing I want to say is that life is going to hit you over and over again, right? There are going to be problems that you have to face, things that you're going to struggle through, and those hardships are just a part of life. And what you go through in your own life is just a part of your individual journey. Okay, nobody else can say that they really understand what you're going through. But if you want to know how to deal with those things, try to surround yourself with people who have been through similar experiences. That way you can draw from their experiences and learn how to deal with your own situation. But it really is up to you to determine how you get through these things and whether or not you can. And whenever somebody loses that motivation to continue, whenever you feel powerless and hopeless in your life, that is what is going to stand in your way from being happy, from being successful, and all these sorts of things. So, to the person who wrote this message, I read in this that this person says they've been failing every day for 10 years. That puts up a huge red flag for me in responding to this, because to say that you've been failing over and over again for 10 years is to ignore what has been going good and what this person has succeeded at. When you think of yourself as a failure and don't look at yourself as somebody who's able to succeed, then that is what makes a person feel powerless. Because if you feel like you can't do anything, like no matter what you try to do, you're always going to fail, then you're going to lose hope. You're going to not want to try because it hurts to fail. It's something that stops you. It's not what you want to do. And that could tell me that expectations are just way too high. Maybe what would be best in this situation is to stop setting those high expectations for yourself. And the method that you use to regain your strength and optimism is to set small goals for yourself. Do little things every day and stop thinking about what you fail at and start thinking about what you are good at, because everybody has qualities about themselves and skills that make you better than other people, that other people don't have. And when you can find what those good things are about yourself, that's when you truly understand what you are and who you are and what makes you such a great person. With that being said, everybody fails. Everybody goes through something, and if you let failure get in your way, then you're never going to succeed, because failure is something that everybody goes through. When you fail so much that you're afraid to fail, you do feel powerless. Like I said, that takes away your power. So you have to overcome that fear. You have to be able to do what you want to do in your life, in spite of the fact that you're afraid to do them. That takes courage. That is basically what the definition of courage is to do something, even knowing that you're afraid. And if you let fear win in your life, then it's going to prevent you from doing new things. It's going to prevent you from stepping out of your comfort zone. It's going to prevent you from taking that step to where you need to be. Um, so, like I said, start doing small things, setting small goals for yourself. And when you start seeing that you are able to do some things, what you set your mind out to do, even though they are small, you can build momentum by doing those small things so you can do bigger things. And when you do bigger things, then you can do even bigger things than that. So you always have to have the big picture in mind. You always have to think really big, right? There's a great book out there. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big. And it's talking about that idea of just thinking big. But before you can't just go out and tackle the big thing that you want to do in your life. You have to work up to it. You have to take those small steps. Inch by inch, you'll get there. And when you do that, you will feel better about yourself because you've done them. Now, with that being said, I understand that life is hard. I understand that things don't go your way. Okay, that's just a part of what life is all about. Just maybe you need to learn how to, lower your expectations and truly discover what you're capable of, because we all have limitations. Part of the human experience, I believe, is to push the boundaries of those limitations. But that doesn't negate the fact that they are there. There are things that you just can't do. But with work and progress, you will be able to eventually do things that you weren't able to do. And please just don't dismiss the fact when you are successful that it is you being successful, because you might find yourself in a couple of years or so being really successful. Don't ignore that. Please take pride and joy and enjoy that feeling of being successful. There's always going to be something better that you can do. You can always be a better person. You can always be more successful. But if you keep chasing that thing, right, it's always going to be that carrot at the end of the stick that you're never going to be able to get. It's always going to be one step in front of you. So there has to be a time where you can just appreciate where you are in your life. And even if it's not the best thing that you can imagine, you still have to be okay with that. And lastly, failures in your life are not always bad things. Sometimes when we go through difficult things, hardships, problems, struggles, those are things that do make us stronger. For example, in my life, I think about this idea that I'm depressed and I have a low self-esteem and that I'm not good at a lot of things. And I can look at those as a bad thing, or I can look at those things as, wow, I'm strong because I went through that. I am a better person because I have gone through a worse experience than other people, and nobody can relate to that. Nobody can relate to the problems that I'm going through. And when you can understand that those are things that make you stronger, you are going to be able to keep going. So, that is my response to this question. When you feel like you're failing over and over again, don't try to change. The trick is to change your mindset, to stop thinking of yourself as a failure and to start realizing what you are good at and what you can succeed at doing. So, thank you for the question. If any of you would like to send me your own questions similar to this one, feel free to do so here on sending me an inbox message here on YouTube, or you can go to my Facebook page, send me a private message there. There's also a contact section on my website where you can email me, and I'll be glad to make a response video to it or send you a message. Either way, I'll get in contact with you. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you took something away from it. Please leave your own comment, what you think about this, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This is Kenneth Stahl, and I'm going to sign off now. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.